Good afternoon and welcome to the official draw for the OFC Champions League 2017. Et pour nos amis francophones en Nouvelle-Calédonie et Tahiti, bienvenue. My name's Jacqueline Tranvam, and I'll be taking you through this proceeding this afternoon. And joining me is Michael Song, OFC Competitions and Event Manager. Michael, next year's event is an expanded competition with 16 teams. Can you tell me a little bit about how you feel organising an event of that size?
Yes, Jackie, thank you. It's very exciting indeed. Next year's competition will be more exciting than ever with the expansion to 16 teams in the group stage, as you said. It's yet another milestone in our competition's 30-year history. Teams are getting more competitive and the quality of the matches are improving every year. So I cannot wait until the competition starts next year.
So there you have it, folks. An exciting competition to look forward to. But before we get into the main event, we're going to start with the qualifying stage for the OFC Champions League 2017.
The following clubs from the Oceania Football Confederation will participate in the 2017 preliminary stage. The team from Cook Islands will be confirmed at the completion of their club championship in December. Each participating team will be drawn into positions 1 to 4 to confirm the match schedule. For the first time in this championship, the top 2 clubs will advance to the OFC Champions League 2017 group stage. This OFC Champions League preliminary draw is made up of 2 pots. Pot 1 contains participating clubs, and Pot 2 will have the positions that each team will occupy in the round-robin tournament.
So there you have it. Just to go recap on what we're going to do, Michael will draw a ball from Pot 1, which will contain the team, and then their position in the competition from Pot 2. So, Michael, let's get underway.
Waitongo FC.
Waitongo FC of Tonga. They made their debut in the preliminary competition last year. So it will be exciting to see if they can improve on their placing from 2000.
Position 4.
And they'll be in position 4. So on to our next ball from Pot 1. We have the Cook Islands winner. Previously, we've had Tupapa Marairenga have been the dominant side from that country, but we have had Puaikura FC, who did very well a couple of years ago at the competition in Samoa. So tough competition coming out of Cook Islands.
Position 1.
They'll be in position 1. Next ball. So that's the Samoa champions, Lupe Ole Soaga. They represented Samoa in the 2015 Champions League in Fiji, another side that did very well on debut. Unfortunately, they didn't make it out of the group, but a good side who I'm sure will be wanting to do well and once again qualify for the main competition.
Utule Youth FC.
Utile Youth FC are our champions from American Samoa, and they will be drawn into position 2. So there you have it, the draw for the qualifying stage of the OFC Champions League 2017.
OFC Champions League 2017 is made up of the top 16 clubs from our region. The placement of seeding for teams ranked 1 to 11 is based on the results of 2016 OFC Champions League. Teams ranked 12 to 14 in this seeding have been determined in the order of the member association results of the 2016 OFC Champions League. The teams for the qualifying stage have been seeded 15th and 16th. Here's our 2017 seeding with the confirmation of clubs from Fiji in October, Solomon Islands in December, and the qualifying round scheduled for February 2017 will determine the remaining clubs. This draw will have a total of 5 pots. 16 teams are allocated to 4 pots: Pot 1, Pot 2, Pot 3, and Pot 4. These pots have been organized in order of the seeding. Pot 5 contains the ball of the group that each team can be drawn into. That is, Group A, Group B, Group C, and Group D. A ball shall be drawn out of pots containing the teams, followed by the pot containing the group. The pot number represents the position the team will be placed in the group. The draw starts with a ball from pot 1, followed by a ball from pot 5. This will confirm the allocation of each team into a group and their position within the group. 2 teams from the same country cannot be drawn into the same group. If during the draw procedure it becomes possible for a team to be drawn into the same group as a team from their country, Pot 5 will only contain the ball of the groups that each team can be drawn into. The draw then continues by alternating between Pot 1 and Pot 5 until all 4 balls have been drawn from Pot 1. This process will continue with Pot 2, followed by Pot 3 and Pot 4. Each team drawn will complete the match schedule in each group. The winner from each group will proceed to the semi-final stage.
So hopefully you've all been able to follow the draw proceedings, and without any further ado, let's get underway, Michael. So we start with a ball from pot 1, which, as you heard, will contain one of the top seeded teams. So AS Te Whana, our champions from Tahiti. As we know, they were the 2011-2012 finalists, runners-up. Exciting to see what they can do again on the regional stage. So AS Te Whana into Group D. Te Whana is a club that has a very strong youth development focus, which is always good to see in clubs. Just recently, one of their young female players has signed with an academy in in France. Auckland City FC. Our 7-time champions, this club from Auckland, New Zealand, have more than proven themselves on the regional stage and, in fact, on the world stage at the FIFA Club World Cup. And they will be in position 1 of Group C. So Auckland City FC, ably led by coach Ramon Trebulic, who has taken them to, or been involved in 6 of their victories at the OFC Champions League. On to our third side from Pot 1. New Caledonia's AS Magenta. Another champion side. This New Caledonia club has played over 25 OFC Champions League matches. So it will be exciting once again to see them on the regional stage, and coach Alain Moisan, who's a former professional in France. They're in Group A. So leading Group A is AS Magenta. Just to recap, we have AS Magenta in Group A, position 1. Group C is Auckland City FC, and Group D, AS Te Whana of Tahiti. So that fourth and final ball from Pot 1. Team Wellington made their debut 2 editions ago and have made 2 finals, both of the years that they have been in the OFC Champions League. They've made the final, so it'll be interesting to see how they do next year and with a new coach at the helm. So they're in Group B, position 1. So the new coach of Team Wellington, of course, Jose Figueira. Now as we get ready for Pot 2. So the Solomon Islands winner, as we know, some of the competitions are yet to be completed around Oceania. Solomon Islands is one of them. Their competition is due to finish in December, but may extend out to January. They're not 100% sure on when that one's going to finish, but Solomon Warriors have been a contender of recent years on the regional stage, and we've also seen Western United come through. So that's the Solomon Islands winner into Group D. Another club that is rising in Solomon Islands is Marist, who actually has a Brazilian taking that club. Juliano Schmeling, also the coach of the Solomon Islands Kurukuru, who are off to the Futsal World Cup next month. Hikari United, our friends from Papua New Guinea, champions in 2010, the first Pacific Island club side to attend a FIFA Club World Cup. A big stage to step up onto, but they did the region proud. And I know a lot of those players still remember going to that competition. So they will find themselves in Group A, position 2. On to the third ball of Pot 2. And there we have it, the winner of the Vanuatu competition. Recent years, we've seen Amical FC and Tafia FC dominate that league. But who knows, we could see someone new emerging from Vanuatu for next year's OFC Champions League. So they'll be in Group C, position 2. That's the winner of the Vanuatu competition. One last ball in Pot 2. The winner of the competition in Fiji. Again, 2 dominant sides coming from Fiji. It's Suva and Nandi have been very good, but had to displace Spa FC, who were constant semi-finalists actually at the OFC Champions League. So Group B, position 2 for the Fiji winner. We'll just take another look at how those groups are forming. Group A, AS Magenta position 1 of New Caledonia, and Hikari United in position 2. Group B, we have Team Wellington and the winner of the Fiji competition. Group C, Auckland City FC, the defending champions, against the top side from Vanuatu. Now, as we know, if it happens to be Amikal, that will be the 4th year those two sides have met in the group stage of the OFC Champions League. Group D, AS Tefana of Tahiti and Solomon Islands champion, who will be determined towards the end of this year or early next year. It's looking like a very good competition is forming there in those two groups there. As I said, Amikal and Auckland have met 3 times in the OFC Champions League group stage. Tidy little rivalry forming there between those two sides. Hikari United, as we saw from the OFC Nations Cup, Papua New Guinea is a nation on the rise, and Hikari United compiled of a number of national team players, so expect to see a lot of good things from that side. So pot 3, the last of our seeded teams from the 2016 OFC Champions League. So first team into pot 3, Yengan Sport. So Yengan Sport cannot be drawn into Group A because we already have the champions of the New Caledonia League, AS Magenta, in that group. So we will have either B, C, or D. All right, Michael, which group will Yengan Sport be going into? So, Group B for Yengan Sport of New Caledonia. So, Group B, Team Wellington, winners of the Fiji League, and in that third spot, Yengan Sport of New Caledonia. Now, if we could have a look at the next team from pot 3, Michael. So there we have the runner-up from Fiji. Now, this team cannot be drawn into Group B, so we will have balls from Group A, Group C, and Group D in pot 5. All right, Michael. So Group D, along with AS Tefana and the winners of the Solomon League, will be Fiji's runner-up. So, Michael, let's have a look at the third team from Pool C, from pot 3. AS Central Sport of Tahiti. So following those rules, it cannot be in Group D, but that's okay because we already have the runners-up from Fiji in that group. So they'll be drawn into Group A. There we have a clash between the two Francophone countries, AS Magenta and AS Central Sport, and Hikari United, the champions in Papua New Guinea and the only Pacific side, to have won the OFC Champions League previously. That was in 2010. So our final side, Lay City Dwellers. Now, as we know, they can't be drawn into Group A, but that's okay. The only position 3 we have left is in Group C. So we will see that side, Lay City Dwellers, drawn into Group C alongside Auckland City, the champions of Vanuatu, and as you see there, Group C for Lay City Dwellers. Well, very difficult groups. AS Magenta, Hikari United, AS Central Sport. It will be a tough entry to regional level for AS Central Sport already, just looking at their opponents there. Two sides that have made finals in the OFC Champions League previously. So definitely a group that is going to be tough. Team Wellington, twice into the Champions League, twice into the final, another tough side. Yengen Sport, we don't know too much about on a regional level, but as we know, New Caledonia football is very, very high level, so expect a lot from that group. Auckland City at the top of Group C with the winners of Vanuatu, as I said earlier. If that's Amical FC, it will be the fourth group meeting for those two sides. And Lay City Dwellers, who made their debut at the OFC Champions League in 2016. That final group, AS Te Whānau of Tahiti, the winner of the Solomon Islands League, and the runners-up from Fiji. Now, let's move on to our fourth and final pot once again. Michael, which is our first team from that pot? The qualifying stage runner-up. So that will be one of four nations, champion sides, American Samoa, Cook Islands, Samoa or Tonga. So far, Tonga and American Samoa, neither clubs have seen anyone progress to the OFC Champions League. So who knows, 2017 may be the year for one of those sides. Michael, the first group, Group A. So Group A for the runner-up of the qualifying stage. Wow, that is going to be a very, very tough group for that side. As we've seen from previous teams coming out of that qualifier, it's a tough level to jump up to. Now, Michael, onto the second ball from pot 4. So the runner-up from Vanuatu. Now, they will not be drawn into Group C, so that's either Group A, Group B, or Group D for the runner-up from Vanuatu. Or not A, because that one's full. So there we have it, Group D for the runners-up from Vanuatu, joining AS Te Whānau, Solomon Islands, winner, Fiji, runner-up. So we don't know too much about this Group D at the minute. AS Te Whānau, the only side that we know will be in Group D. Solomon Islands runner-up. Well, we just have two groups left now, Group B and Group C, and they could be drawn in either because the winner of the Solomon Islands League is already in Group D. So, Michael, we will have a side from the ball from Group B and Group C. Which one will it be? Group C. So Group C for that Solomon Island runner-up. Already in there we have Auckland City FC, defending champions. The winners of the Vanuatu League, Lay City Dwellers of Papua New Guinea, and that final team will be the runner-up of the Solomon Islands League. And the final team for our draw here today is the winner of the qualifying stage for the OFC Champions League 2017. And as you know, there's just one last position left. Group B for that side. So joining Team Wellington of New Zealand, Fiji's winners, Yingan Sport of New Caledonia, and that last side there, the winner of the OFC Champions League qualifying stage. Well, there you have it. Those are the 4 groups you saw there for the 2017 OFC Champions League. Thank you for joining us for the official draw. Thank you, Michael. We look forward to seeing you in 2017.